These are difficult times. Challenges to overcome. New threats every day. As disciples of Jesus, we must remain spiritually focused and keep our eyes on the mission. Welcome to Mission Morning.
You know, I've been really encouraged by reading the book of James, and just James chapter 1, verse 1 has taught me so much about the attitude and mindset that I could have. You know, he says, James, a servant of God and of the Lord Jesus Christ, to the 12 tribes scattered among the nations, and greetings. Written at a time when there was lots of persecution and challenges for the Jewish Christians. This book that comes as the first New Testament document. James talks about the 12 tribes scattered, the dispersion, the Greek word, the diaspora. And you know, that's encouraging to think of myself as the diaspora, to realize that in our time, we are like the diaspora of Christ. We are scattered abroad. We come from different places, but our citizenship is in heaven. And so, as we go about our day, we're here in a foreign land, but we understand that we live somewhere else. Our citizenship, our home is with Christ. And so we are just the diaspora here, longing for our homeland in heaven with God as we work on the mission field. But the most incredible lesson I have learned is the humility that I should carry with me. James, who was the younger half brother of Jesus, calls himself a servant of the Lord Jesus Christ. He didn't appeal to his pedigree, although he was now a pillar in the church and, you know, a spokesman for the church in Jerusalem. He didn't identify himself as, you know, a brother of Jesus Christ and show his connection with God, with the Lord, as something to be alluded to in who he saw himself as. He just saw himself as a servant. It's interesting because his younger brother Jude also wrote another letter, which we have in our New Testament Bibles before Revelation. When Jude writes, he follows his brother's example and calls himself a servant of Jesus Christ and a brother of James. You see, Jude writes and leans on James as his bigger brother, as his connection. James might have done the same thing, but he didn't. He just called himself a servant of the Lord Jesus Christ. You know, no matter where we're from, we're all just here serving. Sometimes when we're on the mission field, we can see ourselves as different from the people who we're serving. We can treat people of other faiths as less important. We can treat people of other church groups as less important. We can look down on what someone who is less fortunate might be going through. We might consider ourselves differently. James goes on to teach about this kind of unchristian attitude between those who have and those who don't have. That we're all just servants, that we're all equal before God. And from the beginning of his letter, James points out his posture. I'm just a servant. I'm just here to serve. That posture helps me as I serve. And I hope it encourages you as well. Until next time, have a wonderful day on the mission.